Questions, questions, questions. I'm asked all the time, what kind of questions do I need to ask my customer to figure out if they want to go to the cloud? So obviously there are a ton of questions to ask around cloud services and what makes the most sense for the customer. We highly encourage you to go to the partner portal, download the battle cards. We have a dozen or more questions on each of the products and services that we offer to our clients. And they all start with the same formatting. They go from macro to micro. So the first big question every single time, guys, why? Why am I going to the cloud? Why do I want to go to an as a service if I'm in a CapEx environment today? What problem are they trying to solve, right? What's the problem they're trying to solve? Or what is the goal they're trying to accomplish? These are the questions that we have to ask because they're going to define for us exactly the way we close this client at the end of the sales cycle. So again, thinking macro to micro, I'm going to give you an idea of a few of them. One of the questions I like to ask is, how can we leverage technology to solve your problems that you're having today, remove pain that you have today, or reach the goals that your organization is striving for this year, next year, and the year beyond? That's a great open-ended question, right? So open-ended questions are key. We want to ask open-ended questions and then sit back and don't talk. Take notes. Let's let them tell us everything they want to tell us. If you're having a customer who's having challenges with their current provider today and they're in some level of pain, ask the open-ended questions about what they don't like about that provider, where that provider is failing for them, and then sit back and take your notes, right? That's the key. We're going to use all of this when we come back in our sales process as we trial close and we close the customer ultimately at the end. The other thing that I'd highly encourage, especially in our first meetings that we like to call discovery meetings, ask the really tough questions. What I mean by tough questions, what's your budget? Is this project budgeted? After I have the why, I need to ask, what's the budget for the project? What's your current monthly spend with your current provider? Who in your organization is involved in a decision when it comes to IT of this particular size or scope? If you ask these questions early and you get your right answers from the start, they do not seem intimidating further into the sales cycle, and you don't look or act as though you're a hard closer when you're trying to get the deal closed at the end of the sales cycle, but you never ask the tough questions about budget, about who the final decision maker signer is. So we ask those questions, kind of narrowing in real quick, some good cloud questions. Always good to ask your customer, how are you consuming your IT today? If you find a customer out there who's in colo facilities with their own servers, another great follow-up question to that is, when is your server lifecycle going to complete, right? When do you do a server refresh? Big-ended question that will help get you there. Additionally, as we get into other modules, we'll talk specifically about our products, but, disaster recovery as a service has great questions that you can ask any customer, C-level down. How are you protecting your business? What do you do if your services go down, if your services fail, right? How much does that cost you? How much money is that going to cost you hourly if your production servers fail, right? And then the always question I love to ask, and I'll leave you with this one. Do you have a disaster recovery and business continuity plan in place today? If the answer is yes, when's the last time you tested it? And generally, you're not going to get a yes on that one. They probably haven't tested it. So it's a good foot in the door, good way for us to get some customers, land and expand. If you have any questions about questions, go to the partner portal or see your partner experience manager. Thank you.